there are some points of difference, not just, say, on the economy, where there's always an argument, but on foreign policy and say, the reaction to that call for a ceasefire at the United Nations, the ceasefire in Gaza. Eamonn, how is this playing out, both at a political level, but on the ground? And I spoke to Walt from AJAC earlier. He's saying that really the feeling is uncertainty in the Australian Jewish community, that anti-Semitism, worryingly, is at a record high, Ron.
It is, by all official accounts, there is a significant increase. But anti-Semitism, it's almost a euphemism. It's essentially anti-Jewish hatred, and it has been inspired and triggered by the events we see overseas. But broadly, Australians don't like the sense of unsettled conflict, both internationally and also domestically. The sense of social cohesion is really, really important to Australians. So I think the vast majority of Australians don't like seeing what we're seeing with regards to this spike of anti-Semitism, as Australians like to get along. So as concerning as it is, I think that it is not something that the majority of Australians are keen to see continue, and therefore we do need some leadership from the government to, at every opportunity, shut down the oxygen that anti-Semitism requires to flourish.
Yep, 100%. And Eamonn, it is a challenge because while we say the economy is the fundamental political challenge, security of everyone, and certainly this feeds into that issue, is one of those fundamental things that a federal government's got to get right, Eamonn.
Yeah, and I think there actually have been quite a few steps, not just recently, but right along the way. I think by and large, most Australian governments, state and federal, do agree. And, there have been really worrying signs in recent years. You see all sorts of anti-Jewish activity cropping up in a society like ours, where, one, there's no excuse for it. It shouldn't be happening in the first place. And two, how can anyone even tolerate it? Whether it's someone people flying Nazi flags, things like that, just absolutely outrageous. It's like people have forgotten about what happened in World War II. Really, whether it's a reminder of that or just the ongoing shocking behaviour that people in our community have to suffer just because they're going about their business. As Walt Secord said, kids going to school are now being targeted, being yelled at from cars.
Crazy.
Really, the people behind this stuff need to wake up to themselves. And our governments do have to be united, always, in their condemnation and move swiftly and send those right signals.
Yeah, well, we hope that continues. We see a brighter path for all Australians, Jewish Australians, very much included in that. Eamonn Fitzpatrick, Eamonn Finkelstein, gents. We'll talk to you soon.